Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Real Estate Investing. I'm your host, Sharon Vornholt, and I'm so happy you're tuning in today. Today, I want to go over what information should be in a probate letter. And I'm going to actually pull a letter up on the screen. I'm going to do a screen share. So what goes in the probate letter when you're marketing to probates? Now, we'll go over the mail piece. We'll go over what you should say, as well as how often you should market to them and some other things. So I'm going to stop here for just a second and pull up the letter. Okay, so when you are marketing to these folks, I want you to be aware that you should be marketing to them as yourself, not your company. Now, as you can see here, the company name is up here. The company name, the address, the phone number, all of those things, that's all up there. However, you are marketing to them as a person. So the brand of you. Now, there are 4 pieces to a direct mail campaign. So I'll go back just a little bit. So that's the marketing piece, letter or postcard, the message on the marketing piece, the list, that's the list of people that you've narrowed down and decided to mail to, meeting your criteria, and the campaigns. Now, the campaigns are the number of times that you mail to these people. So if you take a look at this letter, as I said, we're going to do like a letterhead type of setup. So you're going to have your name, address, and phone number on there. Now, the mail piece that I think you should use, and this is tested over time, is a white computer-generated letter. And if you'll look at this, these are fields where you would insert the name of the executor, the name of and address of the executor, the deceased name, etc. So these letters should be targeted to the person that you're mailing to. They should be mailed to the executor in most cases, unless an attorney is doing this. So you put the information in there so that it can be mail merged. Now, when you're doing this, the list of names, the information on there would need to be called the same thing as it is called on the letter. And you can look up mail merge on a video on YouTube. In other words, the executor would be name of executor, address of executor, so that when it mail merges into the letter, it puts the right information into the right field. So going down the letter, it's important that you do this because they need to know that this letter is not a mass mailing, that this letter is just for them. So it's just for this particular person. You don't want to say, "Dear sir, dear executor." You won't get good results by doing it that way. And you want to call out the person by name, "Dear Mr. Smith," or "Dear John," or whatever feels comfortable for you, but you want to call out the person you are speaking to. Now, the next part, you can do what I call a condolences or a no condolences letter. This has a no condolences letter, sort of. You do mention the loss, but I like to go ahead and mention the loss for one reason. They are going to ask you how you heard about this property. I like to get that out right front and center and, just put it out there. So I would say something like this. "It's my understanding that you've been appointed by the probate court as the executor or personal representative of this estate." You can then say, I'm very sorry for your loss, and I understand that this is a difficult time for everyone. Here's the reason I think you should put this in there. By acknowledging that they are in a special situation, that they've had a loss, and that this is a difficult situation, you are saying, I understand what you are going through. So I understand your situation. I understand that you may not understand this process. So put that in there. In the next line, I like to add something like this. It says, "I also know that it's easy to be overwhelmed by the long list of things that you have to do as the personal representative or the executor." So you acknowledge that you understand that they are in this position. They may or may not have known they were going to be in this position, but you're acknowledging their situation. And trust me, that's important to them. They want you to know that this is just not a house for sale. This house comes with memories and all sorts of things. Now, next, and this is important, you want to tell them how you can help them. So you want to say something like, and you say this in your own words, "I want to let you know how I can help. I buy homes and other types of properties from executors and their heirs trying to settle their estates. I pay cash. I like to close quickly so the executor and the heirs don't have to spend more money for the probate attorney, mortgage payments, expenses, whatever it is that you want to put in there. Also, this is important. You want to tell them what else you can do for them. Here's the other thing that I can do for you. I can help you clean out the house if that's something that you need me to do. Now, why is that important? That's so important because these people often have a whole lot of stuff in the house. That is a major roadblock for them moving forward with the sale of the house. They have all this stuff that they have to do, to get the house sold. So you let them know how you can help, what you can do for them. And in essence, you're telling them why they should choose you. Why should they choose you to help them with this process? Okay, so let's move on to the next paragraph. You want to let them know that you're going to buy the house as is. They've likely talked to a realtor or someone has told them about a realtor, and they think they're going to have to get this house ready to sell. In some cases, they will definitely do that. They will definitely get the house ready to sell. They will list it on the MLS. They'll be going for top dollar. But there are other homes, there are other properties where they're not looking for top dollar. They're looking for a way out. They're looking for a way to just move past this situation that they found themselves in. So it's important for you to tell them something like, I'll buy your property in its current condition. You won't have to make costly repairs. You won't have to wait on contractors, and you won't have to have the cost of the utilities, upkeep, mortgage payments, and any other bills that are coming in, during this particular time. Here's another important thing. When they list the property with a real estate agent, they have to hope that it will sell. They have to hope that someone, after coming through their house, maybe many people coming through their house, that someone will buy the property. You need to dive into the things that they may not want to do and show them how you can make this easier for them. So you won't have to list it. You won't have to hope it sells. I'll buy it and I'll close quickly with all cash. You also won't be stuck with a long drawn out process where you have higher utility costs and those sorts of things. So for the people that intend to list with a real estate agent, they're going to list with a real estate agent, and that's fine. But this is for the investor that wants to buy the house. Now, I would encourage you, if you're a realtor, to think about this for a minute. A lot of these properties are going to be listed on the MLS. You can become a probate investing expert with the same type of marketing. You would just change the verbiage to say, I want to list your house rather than I want to buy your house. Same thing, same idea, same process, just a little bit different wording. So you want to let them know the ways they can contact you by phone, by email, and on your website. And yes, you should have a website. And also then you want to put your name down here as in Sincerely Sharon Bornholt, and then the company name under it, just the company name. Because remember, at the end of the day, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. They don't really do business with companies. You can't build relationships with companies. Here's one more important thing to consider is a tagline. Now, the tagline for my business has always been, we buy houses, we solve problems. That tells exactly what we do. It says exactly how we can help people with their problem property. So we buy houses, we solve problems. So think about these things and structuring your letter in such a way that people will want to respond to you. If you'll notice, there's no high pressure, call me, I'm your best choice, I can pay you more money. It's rather, here is what I do and here is what I can help you with. So that should be the overriding message in your letter. I'll be here ready, I'll be ready, and I'll be here when you're ready. Okay, I'll be here when you're ready. Now, I wanted to talk just a little bit about how many letters do you send in marketing to these folks. I have a series of 6 letters in my probate investing course, Probate Investing Simplified. What we do is we send those 6 letters. The first one, we use the condolences letter, the one that says, I'm sorry about your loss. We don't include that in any subsequent letters. We've already said that. So 6 letters, you should scrub your list around, well, certainly by the 6th letter, if not sooner. And then you start the letters over and you mail to anyone that still has an open probate, anyone that has property that hasn't sold. I'll correct that. Anyone that still has property in the probate. So you mail to them the same as if you're mailing to an absentee owner. As long as the house is available, you mail to those folks. Once you scrub your list, at the end of the next 6 months, you'll have a much smaller pool of houses, properties. Then you just start over. They're not going to remember the exact sequence of the letters, but I like about 6 letters, and you mail everyone every month. Everyone every month. Now, this is from the time they open the probate. That's when they're saying, I'm ready to sell the property. So once they open the probate, you start your mailing. You don't need to be concerned with when they passed away or any of that, because they're ready to sell. Okay, so I think that's about it for today. I'll put a sample letter, a link to a sample letter in the show notes here. Be sure to get that. It's completely free, and this will give you a baseline or a template sort of for making up your own letter sets. In my course, Probate Investing Simplified, that's one of the things in there, all the marketing materials, all the letter series. They are only available, the whole series, in my course. But I want to let you know to get your letter. It will put you on my list. And periodically, I have specials for the course. For the month of February 2022, as this is coming out, I do have a special going on the course. So be sure and check that out. Well, I think that's it for today. Thanks so much for listening to this show. And please leave us a rating and a review over on iTunes. And I will see you same time, same place next week. Bye for now.